Alright, for this next step, we're gonna do the exact same thing on the uppers, but on the but on the rubber sole. We're gonna use a heat gun to melt the factory adhesive, using a scraper, and then using cotton balls and acetone to finish the job. Now that we've removed the crumbled midsole from both the uppers and on the rubber sole on the 2000 Fred 6s, it's time to remove the donor on these 2000 whenever these release 6s, because the donors are fresh, the donors are firm. This is what you want to use for a sole swap. And let's do this, bruh.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not understanding this logic. I'm back and I'm better, baby. Oh, what you want, what you want, what you wanna know about, girl? How I put it down, how I put it down, how I put it down. Don't you know that?
After we left the shoe in the boiling water and putting that boiling water into the shoe to disperse the heat, we're going to need to start pulling away on the toe box. Right here, I'm just seeing if there's any weak glues that have already separated on its own, and I'm just going to exploit it and then just pull the whole uppers away.
Yeah. I keep on playing games. I ain't fucking you the same, and I'm creeping with your man home, girl. I'm a player, young nigga. These boys can't do the shit the way I did it. Young boss, big chips, I'ma lay all in it. I'm a stand-up guy, got my chains all in it, girl.
Now that the donors are separated, I'm going to be using this heat gun on its highest setting to remove the rubber sole from its midsole.
W-E-T effortlessly. And everything slow in H-Town, girl. I take some back for you, you lay down, girl. Hold up. Young H-Town killer.
H-Town got a nigga so throw. Pull up, we can party some more. Yeah, got this drink in my cup. Got a young nigga feeling so throw. Spit fire in the world so cold. Young money got a nigga feeling no. Spit fire in the world so cold. H-Town got me feeling so throw.
Because we've used acetone to strip the rubber sole's adhesive and crumbled midsole, it also took away a thin film, a thin white film that covers the whole icy sole. You see, it doesn't cover the black rubber sole because there's no need. The rubber sole is transparent, so what they did is they covered it with this white thin film on top of, and on top of that is the adhesive to bond the rubber sole and on the midsole. But since that these are from 2000, it's gone dried out. It's brittle. So when we use acetone, it came off with it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove all of the excess white, that thin white film that the factory used, because it's just gonna get in our way. If we glue on top of this, it's going to cause separation in our swap. And what we need to do is prep everything properly and accordingly, so there'll be no separations and everything will be A1 steak sauce.
Yeah, funny how these boys front, but they hustle backwards. They sound rocky on for a lot of factors. You can keep your little tweakers, they don't even matter. You got a bad bitch when all my homies getting at her. Show no love, we show no mercy. I ball on these niggas, old school, James Worthy. Praises to the Most High.
Before we apply the mix adhesive to the rubber sole, we need to apply the base adhesive first, so to ensure that the adhesion will be optimal from the rubber sole to the midsole.
Bitch, I fuck with me. These niggas waiting on the album, praying that it leak. I'm dropping heat, I'm on fire, nigga. You would lie if you disagree. Get some money, fuck with me. They said it.
So here I'll be mixing my adhesive with white paint. Be careful not to use too much white paint because you're going to dilute the polymers that are needed in the adhesive to make sure that the shoes will actually stick together.
Chicks that you out here trying to get on, you just catching up to what I've been on. Yeah, that's what I've been on.
They wanna talk about the lights, they don't even know the price, man. That's that shit I've been on.
Yeah, that girl you got is nice. I already had her twice. That's that shit I've been on.
For comparison, this is what it looks like with the Icy Sole without the white adhesive mix, and this is the one with. The milkier sole looks a lot better.
The in-store, beware the rise I'm ensuing. I'll look with the wind blowing and show girl who I've been screwing.
Before I apply the adhesive on the midsole, I taped it off first just to be sure that there's no runoff and everything will look factory.
Me on their songs, I make them wire cash. That's your housewife? She let me on top the dryer smash. Life, don't smoke with us if you got fragile lungs. Reminiscing being broke when I ain't had the funds. Breaking bread with the homies, now you snack on crumbs. Black on black, I'm looking like a ninja in these shadow ones.
After applying the adhesive, I let it cure for a couple of hours. Of course, the longer the better. It'll grab hold onto the shoe much more firmly and you won't have any separations. By allowing the adhesive to bond while it's still wet, you're not getting the optimal performance from your adhesive because you're not letting it cure properly. Even if you stick it together with a million clamps, socks, laces to clamp it all together, it's not being properly adhered. Of course, I'm only talking from my experience. When I adhere the rubber sole and the midsole together while it was still wet, I didn't get that great of a bond until I started to let it dry first and then cure it. And then heat it up and then bond it together. That's when I had my strongest bond.
Youngest on it, honestly, I'm marking targets off the list and playing kiss and cake wallow with your bitch. Look a nigga don't fuck with no hoes that don't get the dome. I'm getting dough, sick nigga, I be spitting foam, getting grown on my yard game. By hardball main, jeans cars, half a trap star plus a hallway and more Jordans. I'm Fendi Dior sporting your whore in my corridor and I'm pouring the 4 portions.
Alright y'all, before we apply our adhesive, we're going to need to strip that upper material known as Durabuck. It's a synthetic material that Jordan Brand used to make the shoe more lightweight than suede. But I guess they didn't realize that it didn't stand the test of time, so that's why you have your shoes such as your Cool Grey 4s, 2000 Infrared 6s with patches on the toe box through scuffs. So when they use real suede on on the Raging Bull 5s, the red suede 21s, and even the the 99, 98 Lady 14s, those have no issues with chipping because they use real material on them. It's heavier, but it's real.
No more excuses, you always do this. I know what I want, I know what I want. No more excuses, no more excuses. excuses.
After sanding down the midsole to make sure the fitment on the uppers is as close to factory as possible, it's time to apply our adhesive. I didn't really get to see it until now reviewing this video, but with that original infrared on the 20 whatever the recent ones came out, when it hits the yellow icy sole, damn bro, that looks hella clean. Hey, that's my opinion, because these look more true to the original from 91 with that yellow icy sole.
While I'm flicking the cigar, tell them bitches by the bar they can fit up in my car. And shawty wanna kick it with a star. Her friend of Manalo, she gon' get it on and she hoppin'. Round town, 10 bandos in the small plane, now they want talk. Round town in the brand new seal, let me say that I just bought.
Because my client wants the shoe to look true to the 2000 infrared as close as possible, I'm gonna change the infrared hue to the true 2000 infrared colorway.
Fuck with a nigga, let's get it. I conquered, I hit it, I did it. You want me, I want you, let's get it, let's get it. I put you down. Fuck with your nigga, you with it. You with it, I'm with it. Just say that you with it. Oh, just to the fifth of the bottle. And I'm in for it, I'm in for it. You and your girls and they riding. So I'm in for it, I'm in for it. Call over your homegirls, tell them I'm on it. No more excuses, you always do this. I know what I want, I know what I want. No more excuses, no more excuses. Shorty, I want, shorty, I want. Whatever you want, whatever you want. Shorty, I want.
We all make mistakes when we're restoring. We're all human, you know what I'm saying? We all make mistakes. Everyone has those days. Blah 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 blah. So right here, I'm just gonna touch it up with that infrared paint and make sure as if it never happened. Now that the paint has been touched up, it's time to finally put the uppers on the midsole. By allowing the adhesive to cure for a couple of hours, you're ensuring that the adhesive promptly bonds to the surfaces that you've applied it to. So for this, I've applied it to both the uppers and the midsole. So when I clamp it all together using my hands, because I don't use rubber bands, I don't use shoelaces, I don't use none of that, because I feel like you're creasing the shoes, you're doing more damage than what your job is intended. I don't use anything else but my hands.
I'm so offended. I thought that you knew this before. I'm so offended. I'm so offended. How come through on the low? I'm so offended. I'm so offended for thinking that you would've known. How could you have known them diamonds are running bright? I'm on my golden night. I don't wanna touch you. I might roll the dice. I want a bad bitch now. Need a bad bitch now. You bad it's all that I want. It's all that I need. All that I got. Check it for me, Might drop a 10 in the fall. I'm so offended. I thought that you knew this before. I'm so offended.
What's up guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, hopefully you guys are liking my new format. Keep liking my videos, keep commenting, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and just keep slaying, Playboy.